G'day family, my name's Chris from Celebrate Life Music. Today we're going to learn the open D major chord. Now it's open because we're not barring anything with our finger, if you're familiar with that kind of chord. All we're doing is using 3 of our fingers to play an open D major chord. Now, assuming your guitar is in tune, it should sound something like this. But if you're having trouble tuning a guitar, we've got another video we've done where you can learn to do that nice and easily and simply, again, in 5 minutes or less. So we'll link that in the description for you. Now to start with a D major chord, we need to get 3 fingers. So it's nice and easy, it's just these 3 fingers that we're going to be using today. And to start with, we're going to need to know which frets we're going to be using as well. So I'll just quickly explain that when I say fret, I mean the space in between this bar here and another bar. Now the first fret is here, which is in between what we call the nut and the bar here, which represents that first fret. Today we're going to be using the 2nd and 3rd frets for our chord. So the 2nd fret is going to be the space in between these 2 bars after the 1st fret, and the 3rd is the space in between these 2 bars after the 2nd. A simple and quick way to figure that out is this dot here. That represents the 3rd fret. So you can go the 3, and then the 5, and the 7, the 9, and the 12. And that's what those dots are there for, to give you an easy reference for what you're up to. So to start with, we're going to get our index finger, we're going to curl it around, and we're going to place it on the G string on the 2nd fret. And that's going to sound like this. So that index finger, just got to make sure that it's curled around, so using your fingertips when you play the note, because that'll give you a nice clear sound. And we want to make sure that we're sitting just before the metal bar. If we go too far back or too far forward, you'll hear a buzz or a dead note. And you just need to make sure that finger's positioned correctly on the fret so you get that nice clear sound. And that'll be true for all of the fingers. So if you're having any difficulties getting a clear sound, have a look at where your fingers are positioned, because you need to make sure that they're not blocking other strings and that they're not too far away from the bar either. So you want to make sure it's just before that bar and you'll get that nice clear sound. So let's try and get the 2nd finger in as well. So the 2nd finger is going to be our ring finger. And our ring finger is going to go on the 3rd fret on the B string. And that's this note here. So have a go at just playing that single note on the 3rd fret with your 4th finger on the 2nd string, which is the B string. So together, those 2 strings, when you pluck them nice and slowly, will come together and sound like this. Great. Now the last note we need to do with our fingers is going to be with our middle finger. And our middle finger is simply going to hit the same fret as the 1st finger on the 2nd. So that 2nd fret with the middle finger is just going to be played here. And it's going to come in behind our index finger like that. And just going to sit in there nice and behind the bar again. So remember, when you're putting these fingers down, make sure you're using your fingertips, not the flat of your fingers, because that'll block other strings and you'll get a dead note. You want to make sure it's nice and curled, that there's space in between your palm and the neck of the guitar, which is just here. And we want to make sure it's just your fingertip sitting just behind the bar, okay? And so when we play those 3 notes together, it should sound something like this. If you're having trouble getting that clear, feel free to pause the video and just think about if you're getting any dead notes, just have a look at where your fingers are, make sure they're curled, make sure there's no finger blocking another string, because that'll give you a dead buzz like that. And that way you can have a go. Just play them one at a time, nice and slowly, and you'll be able to hear if a string isn't working. So feel free again, just to pause the video and test that out. Now finally, the final part of playing this chord well is the strumming. Now the strumming, in this case, when we strum, we're hitting the strings, is played from the 4th string down to the 1st. So that's the D string down to the E string. So have a practice of just playing them one at a time, nice and slowly. And once you feel comfortable doing that and you're getting a nice clear sound, don't worry if it's not too clear yet, just keep practicing it. Have a go at strumming it just in one big sweep. Great. Now, assuming you've done that, you've learnt the D chord, so well done, really good job, a really important chord to learn to start with because it works a lot in so many different songs.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching our tutorial video. If you enjoyed it and want to learn more, we're going to be posting more videos here in the near future. We're really passionate about teaching people music. So if you could please give us a like and subscribe, that'll help out because we really want to build something big and beautiful. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.